Hello again, YouTube. Give you a little update. Got my 1986 Dodge D100 short bed and doing an IRS suspension swap from a 2011 Challenger. I've got everything mocked up. My mount's made, but everything's bolted in. I'm using some rear struts from a 2006 Nissan Sentra, and they ended up being pretty close to the height that I needed. These are some used ones from the junkyard, and this thing went in fairly easy. If anybody's thinking about a four-wheel disc brakes, this is the way to go. Independent suspension. There's the only issue I had. A little close on the gas tank, but plenty of room. Considering none of that's going to move. All your movable parts are out here on the outside of the frame. You got your front mount, strut mount, and your rear mount. These, of course, are the wheels from the Challenger. Now, they are a metric, and of course my Dodge is a standard. That is something I'm going to have to work past. But for now, it looks like I got my height where I need it. When I get the bed put back on it, we'll know for sure. But by some measurements I took in ahead of time, before and after, looks like I achieved my about 1.5 inches lower than what it was. And it could go lower if I switch to a short coilover, which I may do in the future, switch to actual coilovers. But for right now, it's a junkyard backyard budget build. I got $200 in the rear end, actually $180. Dang wheels cost me almost as much as the rear end. $40, so yeah, $60 for the struts. All my steel, that came from scrap from work. I'm lucky there. And with a little help from my uncle, a little advice, he had a couple of really good ideas that saved me a lot of time. And his assistance as well, as far as getting this thing lined up. Now the only thing I'm still waiting on, which hopefully will be here next week, is my adapter to go from the 3-bolt. It's a little adapter that bolts right onto there, and it puts you into a 1350 U-joint. And hopefully, the way that thing's going to stick out almost 3 inches, it's going to make it to where my drive shaft's going to be perfect. If you got any questions, you can sure ask. I'll do my best to answer. I still got a lot of work to do now that the rough end's done. As soon as I get my drive shaft back in here and my brakes done, I still have to finish up the brakes. Then I will take it down the road, make sure everything feels straight, nothing's walking left or right, dog tracking if you will. And as long as that's good to go, then the bed's going to go back on it after I paint everything up, and then it'll be a done project. Alright, thank you guys. If you got any questions, feel free to shoot me a question. I'll answer it best I can. If any of you guys with these Dodges are looking to do a swap, it was fairly simple. I was quite amazed. Now, if you got a lot of dumb crap to say because of the way that I'm doing it, used stuff, used parts, that's just the way I am. I'm a farm boy. I use what I got. All right. Redneck Express, we're out. Have a good one.